After 60, your body is quietly losing muscle every single year, and most seniors have no idea it is happening until strength, balance, and independence are already slipping away. Here is the truth the supplement industry does not want you to hear. The most powerful muscle rebuilding tools on the planet are not expensive powders. They are not fancy pills. They are cheap, everyday foods already available at your local grocery store. And cutting-edge science is now proving they outperform commercial supplements in rebuilding lean muscle in the aging body. Researchers are confirming that specific, affordable foods directly trigger muscle protein synthesis, the very process your body needs to regenerate and preserve strength after 60. And the most powerful food on today's list is one that will genuinely surprise you. 7 foods, backed by real research, accessible to every senior regardless of budget or lifestyle. If someone you love is losing strength, share this video with them right now. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let us get into it. Why seniors lose muscle faster. Here is a number that should stop every senior in their tracks. After the age of 30, the average adult begins losing between 3 and 5% of their muscle mass every single decade. But after 60, that rate does not stay the same. It accelerates dramatically. And for millions of seniors worldwide, the consequences are devastating. This condition has a clinical name, sarcopenia. It is the progressive, age-related loss of skeletal muscle mass and strength, and the National Institutes of Health estimates it affects up to 50% of adults over the age of 80. But it doesn't wait until 80 to begin. It's already active in your 60s, already reducing your capacity, already changing the way your body moves, recovers, and functions on a daily basis. What accelerates it further is a combination of factors most seniors are walking directly into without realizing it. Reduced physical activity, chronic low-grade inflammation, and perhaps most critically, hidden protein deficiency. Many seniors believe they are eating enough protein. The research says otherwise. Studies consistently show that a significant proportion of older adults consume far below the protein threshold their aging muscles actually require to maintain mass and trigger regeneration. The deficit is quiet, cumulative, and deeply damaging, and the consequences extend well beyond weakness. Sarcopenia is now directly linked to increased fall risk, fracture vulnerability, loss of mobility, and reduced ability to recover from illness or surgery. For seniors, muscle is not vanity, it is survival. The urgency is real, but so is the solution. The comeback strategy for aging muscles. Now, here is where science becomes genuinely empowering. Your muscles are not static tissue. Even after 60, they are in a constant state of breakdown and regeneration, a biological process called muscle protein turnover. And the single most powerful trigger for pushing that process in the right direction is not a gym membership. It is not an expensive supplement stack. It is nutrition. When you consume adequate protein, your body breaks it down into amino acids, and those amino acids enter the bloodstream and signal your muscle cells to begin repair and growth. This process is called muscle protein synthesis, and in the aging body, activating it consistently is the difference between losing muscle year after year and actively rebuilding it. At the center of this process is one amino acid in particular, leucine. Leucine acts as the primary biological switch for muscle protein synthesis. Without sufficient leucine, the regeneration signal is weak. With it, your muscles receive a direct and measurable instruction to repair, rebuild, and strengthen. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that older adults who consistently met their leucine and protein targets showed significantly greater muscle retention and strength compared to those who did not, regardless of age. There is, however, one important complication for seniors specifically. Nutrient absorption naturally declines with age. The aging digestive system becomes less efficient at extracting and utilizing protein, which means seniors require not just adequate protein, but strategically chosen, highly bioavailable sources of it. This is precisely where affordable whole foods hold a decisive advantage over processed supplements. The right foods deliver protein in forms the aging body can actually use efficiently, effectively, and without the unnecessary additives that many commercial products contain. One breakfast food that builds muscle. According to nutritional scientists, one of the most consistently validated muscle rebuilding foods for adults over 60 costs less than $1 per serving and is already sitting in most kitchens across the world. That food is eggs. For decades, eggs were unfairly vilified by mainstream dietary guidelines, but as the research has matured and the science has caught up, nutritional researchers are now unanimous. For seniors looking to rebuild and preserve lean muscle mass, eggs are among the most powerful and bioavailable protein sources available anywhere. Here's why. Eggs are complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids the human body cannot produce on its own. But what makes eggs particularly exceptional for muscle regeneration in the aging body is their leucine content. A single large egg delivers a meaningful and measurable dose of leucine, the amino acid we established earlier as the primary biological trigger for muscle protein synthesis. Every time you consume eggs, you are directly activating the rebuilding signal within your aging muscle tissue. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that older adults who consumed whole eggs showed significantly greater muscle protein synthesis compared to those who consumed egg whites alone. The whole egg, yolk included, produced superior results. The nutrients concentrated within the yolk, vitamin D, choline, and essential B vitamins, work synergistically with the protein to enhance the muscle-building response in ways that isolated protein sources simply cannot replicate. And for seniors specifically, eggs are exceptionally easy to digest. As the efficiency of nutrient absorption naturally declines with age, bioavailability becomes critical. Eggs rank among the highest of any whole food protein source in terms of how efficiently the aging body can extract and utilize what they deliver. 2 to 3 whole eggs daily, boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled, is a simple, affordable, and research-supported habit that can make a measurable difference in muscle retention and recovery after 60. Food number 6, the cheap protein powerhouse. Some of the longest-lived, strongest, and most physically capable older populations on Earth share one remarkably consistent dietary habit. Across the blue zones, the 5 regions of the world where people regularly live past 90 and beyond in good health, researchers have identified legumes as a nutritional cornerstone consumed almost daily. And the most accessible, most affordable, and most nutritionally dense of all legumes is one that costs almost nothing per serving. That food is lentils. Lentils have sustained human health across centuries and civilizations, from the Mediterranean to South Asia to Latin America, and modern nutritional science is now providing the biological explanation for why populations that eat them regularly age with such remarkable strength and resilience. A single cooked cup of lentils delivers approximately 18 grams of plant-based protein, along with a fiber profile that fundamentally changes how your body absorbs and utilizes the nutrients it receives. This is critical for seniors. As the efficiency of nutrient absorption naturally declines with age, fiber acts as a regulator, slowing the digestive process, stabilizing blood sugar, and creating the sustained metabolic environment that muscle protein synthesis requires to function optimally. You are not simply feeding your muscles with lentils, you are creating the internal conditions that allow your muscles to actually use what you feed them. Research examining dietary patterns in blue zone populations consistently links regular legume consumption, including lentils specifically, with greater muscle retention, improved physical function, and reduced frailty in older adults. These are not marginal findings. They reflect decades of dietary data across thousands of individuals. For seniors, incorporating legumes is neither complicated nor expensive. A simple lentil soup prepared with vegetables and mild seasoning, lentils added to a warm salad, a slow-cooked lentil stew that requires minimal preparation and delivers maximum nutritional return. At a fraction of the cost of any commercial protein supplement, lentils deliver something no powder or pill can replicate: whole food nutrition in its most bioavailable, fiber-rich, and time-tested form.
This creamy food feeds your muscles. Of all the affordable foods available at any standard grocery store, one of them delivers more protein per serving than most people realize, contains a slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles for hours and simultaneously improves the very digestive environment your aging body needs to absorb nutrients efficiently. That food is plain Greek yogurt. What makes Greek yogurt nutritionally distinct from regular yogurt is its concentration. Through a straining process that removes excess liquid whey, Greek yogurt ends up with nearly double the protein content of its conventional counterpart, delivering between 15 and 20 grams of high-quality protein per serving, depending on the brand and variety chosen. But the protein story does not end at quantity. Greek yogurt is particularly rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that releases amino acids into the bloodstream gradually and steadily over several hours. For seniors, this slow-release mechanism is enormously valuable. Muscle repair does not happen only in the hour after a meal. It continues throughout the day, and, critically, throughout the night. Consuming Greek yogurt in the evening provides your muscles with a sustained supply of amino acids during the overnight recovery window, when the body is actively engaged in tissue repair and regeneration. Beyond protein, Greek yogurt delivers a probiotic profile that directly benefits senior muscle health in a way that is frequently overlooked. The beneficial bacteria present in quality Greek yogurt actively support gut health, and a well-functioning gut is the foundation of efficient nutrient absorption. For seniors whose digestive systems are already less efficient than they once were, this probiotic benefit is not incidental. It is integral to how effectively your body utilizes every gram of protein you consume. Greek yogurt also provides a meaningful dose of calcium, an essential mineral for muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and the structural integrity of the bones that your muscles depend upon. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who incorporated high-protein dairy, including Greek yogurt, into their regular diet demonstrated significantly better preservation of lean muscle mass compared to those who did not. The optimal time for seniors to consume Greek yogurt is in the evening, ideally within 1 to 2 hours before sleep, to maximize the overnight muscle repair benefit that casein protein provides. Plain, unsweetened varieties deliver the full nutritional profile without the added sugars that undermine the very health goals you are working toward. Food number 4, the cheapest muscle food. When nutritional researchers began analyzing the diet habits of older adults who successfully maintained muscle mass into their 70s and 80s, one finding stood out for its simplicity and accessibility. A significant number of them consumed a consistent, affordable, protein-rich snack that required no preparation, no refrigeration, and cost a fraction of what most protein supplements demand per serving. That food is peanuts. Peanuts are frequently underestimated in the context of muscle health, largely because they are inexpensive and unglamorous, but the nutritional profile they deliver is anything but ordinary. A single 1-ounce serving of peanuts provides approximately 7 grams of protein, along with a complement of essential amino acids that support the muscle repair process in the aging body. What elevates peanuts beyond a simple protein source is their broader nutritional composition. They are rich in healthy monounsaturated fats, the same category of fats studied extensively in Mediterranean dietary research, which actively reduce systemic inflammation and support the cellular environment in which muscle recovery takes place. Chronic inflammation is one of the primary biological drivers of accelerated muscle loss in seniors, and consistently consuming anti-inflammatory fats is a meaningful and evidence-supported strategy for slowing that process. Peanuts are also one of the most concentrated plant-based sources of magnesium available in the average diet. Magnesium plays a direct and critical role in muscle function, regulating muscle contraction, supporting energy metabolism within muscle cells, and facilitating protein synthesis at the cellular level. Research has consistently shown that magnesium deficiency in older adults is associated with reduced muscle strength, increased cramping, and accelerated functional decline. Peanuts address that deficiency affordably and effectively. A study examining nut consumption and physical function in older adults found that regular nut intake, including peanuts, was associated with significantly better grip strength and mobility scores compared to those who consumed little to none. For seniors, the ideal portion is approximately 1 ounce, roughly a small handful, consumed once or twice daily as a snack between meals. This sustains amino acid availability in the bloodstream, supports continuous muscle protein synthesis, and provides a steady source of energy without the blood sugar spikes associated with processed snack alternatives. Simple, affordable, backed by research, and available at every grocery store, regardless of budget. The muscle fuel seniors need. Elite athletes and professional sports nutritionists have understood something for decades that is only now reaching mainstream senior health conversations. The foods that fuel peak performance are not exclusively found in expensive supplement regimens or elite dietary programs. Two of the most consistently used performance foods among competitive athletes at every level are also two of the cheapest, most accessible foods available at any grocery store in the world. Number 3. Canned tuna. Canned tuna is gram for gram one of the most protein-dense, affordable foods on the planet. A single standard can delivers approximately 25 grams of complete, lean protein with minimal fat, minimal calories, and zero preparation complexity. For seniors working to rebuild and preserve muscle mass, that protein density matters enormously. But tuna's muscle-building value extends well beyond its protein content. Tuna is exceptionally rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, which are among the most extensively studied anti-inflammatory compounds in nutritional science. Chronic inflammation is one of the primary drivers of sarcopenia in the aging body, and omega-3 fatty acids directly counteract that process at the cellular level. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that omega-3 supplementation in older adults produced significant improvements in muscle protein synthesis rates, and canned tuna delivers those same omega-3s in whole food form at a fraction of the cost of any supplement. Multiple large-scale studies examining fish consumption in older adults have directly linked it to regular intake with better preservation of muscle strength, improved physical function scores, and reduced markers of systemic inflammation. Number 2. Oats. Where tuna addresses the protein and anti-inflammatory side of muscle health, oats address something equally critical: sustained energy. Muscle repair and regeneration are metabolically expensive. They require consistent, stable fuel, and oats, through their rich complex carbohydrate and beta-glucan fiber profile, deliver exactly that. The slow-digesting nature of oats produces a gradual, steady release of glucose into the bloodstream, providing muscles with the sustained energy required for repair without the damaging spikes and crashes associated with refined carbohydrates. This metabolic stability is particularly important for seniors, whose blood sugar regulation is already less efficient than it once was. Oats also provide a meaningful protein contribution, approximately 5 to 6 grams per serving, along with magnesium, iron, and B vitamins that collectively support energy metabolism and muscle function. Athletes have relied on oats as a pre- and post-training staple for generations. For seniors, the application is identical: consistent fuel for a body that is constantly working to rebuild. Together, tuna and oats represent a nutritional pairing that addresses muscle health from two complementary directions: protein synthesis and anti-inflammatory recovery on one side, sustained energy and metabolic stability on the other. Both are affordable, both are accessible, both backed by decades of research. Food number 1, the ultimate muscle builder. We have arrived at number 1, and if you've stayed with me through this entire list, what I am about to share with you is worth every minute of that investment. Of all the affordable, research-validated, accessible foods available to seniors for rebuilding lean muscle mass, one stands above the rest. It is not exotic, it is not expensive, and according to multiple independent research institutions, it is the single most effective whole food protein source for triggering muscle protein synthesis in the aging body. That food is cottage cheese.